Hello everyone, welcome to my video. So today I'm going to be talking about ways to protect yourself when you're dealing with an unreasonable person. So a common way a disempowered person undermines your confidence is by twisting things. So they do something to you when you basically talk to them about it, then they twist it back on you as if you're doing to them what you're complaining that they're doing to you. Yes? So, in this situation, a person can disengage with the unreasonable person so that you're not feeding the unreasonable person's attempt to get emotional support from you. What's actually happening is that the unreasonable person feels disempowered and are trying to fill that void by trying to disempower you so that they feel better about themselves having undermined you. So, this is really cowardly behavior, yes? Someone who tries to shine a light on themselves by undermining someone else. So, suggestion is that you make a pleasant comment to them. You can reply to something they say by saying, "Sounds like you feel very strongly about that. I'm sure you'll work it out." This is a disengaged reply that places responsibility on the reasonable person to figure out the solution to their problems. You are not going to be that solution. This is codependence recovery. It's useful to recognize that the unreasonable person does not want to look at what's causing their own pain and reflects this on you. This is a learned behavior, a survival mechanism, a shift of blame. Take action to get external support. We need a place to get emotional support because the unreasonable person is not capable of this. More importantly, we need people in our lives that can hold us accountable and remind us when we are weak and find ourselves wanting to make things better with the unreasonable person, which just leads to more pain like we suffered in the past. So don't defend, don't explain, don't engage, and don't correct them. This is the biggest ways we lose our power to an unreasonable person who is expecting us to question their behavior. This is like food for their feelings. So stop feeding them because it makes you look bad when you accuse them. Agree with whatever Agree with what another person says. They may be saying things about you that they see about themselves. The unreasonable person is telling you about themselves, the internal pain they are avoiding and projecting onto you. This is a window to their soul to see the pain that they are trying to get us to carry for them. It is like two people that are fighting for the victim position. Both think that the other person has hurt them and needs to see the world the way they see it. This is codependency. This is about our internal boundaries. When we are arguing about something that isn't true, that is codependency. This can be seen as a reality argument where each person expects the other person to see the world from their viewpoint and add or take away value to something accordingly. A mature person recognizes the work they need to do themselves and how they are giving their power away. Are you allowing someone else to determine how you feel about something? If so, that could be about healing your own unhealed childhood trauma. No one can tell you what to do unless you give them the power to do so. So you disarm a reasonable person by not giving your power away. Are you in denial? And are you deceiving yourself by blaming the unreasonable person? Or are you not recognizing the work you have to do on yourself so that people can't take advantage of you? This is about low self-esteem. Show with your actions how insignificant the unreasonable person is by taking responsibility for your own needs and wants. We bought into the behavior we experience from an unreasonable person. This is codependency. You are most likely the perfect candidate for the unreasonable person because you're going along with the things just for the sake of peace. But somewhere down the line, you have seen something unreasonable and gone along with it, and slowly you've given your power away. It's all about power and control. If you copy their behavior to get back at an unreasonable person, it will bother your conscience because it doesn't feel good to treat others the way the unreasonable person does. You may end up not liking the way you are behaving. I can give you an example of this. There was a neighbor who I used to live next door to who always watched my comings and goings. Any sounds that I made, like coming in, the door opening and closing, footsteps of me coming up the stairs. She'd look through the window when I left the property and watched me through her peephole when I was coming and going, because her door was opposite mine. I did this a couple of times and looked outside the window to see her leaving the property. I guess I wanted her to know what it feels like when you're constantly watched. Because she used to sneak in and out and try to basically be low key, to always keep me guessing about her own whereabouts or what she is doing while she's spying on me. And she'd make the least amount of noise. She basically made me aware of my movements through sound. Sounds that I made coming in, it made me more aware of it. And I didn't feel good about her watching me or even me watching her. And one time she got angry and took a picture of me watching her from my window, as if I was harassing her. She also made friends with a neighbor that lived opposite the building so that he could witness me looking at her through my window. She would have told him that I was the problem. I know this because I saw her talking to him, and he looked at me as if she was at the same time as her when she was talking to him, and her face was basically in his direction, and she had her back to me in the street. And yet, when she's at her people, she's watching me all. She used to watch me all the time. So, even doing that a couple of times just to teach her a lesson didn't really work out for me because I thought that's not me. Yes, this is horrible if there's somebody who does this to you, and I guess it doesn't feel horrible being on the receiving end of that kind of behavior, but also trying to teach that person a lesson by doing the same thing. So you have a part to play in everything you experience. Until you see this, you won't be able to get out of the habit of being mistreated by an unreasonable person. We are responsible for our thoughts, actions, and feelings. No one makes us do anything. You always have a choice to go along with being mistreated or putting up boundaries. Every decision and relationship has consequences. And another example I can give you of this is that, sometimes people get mistreated at work, and if they don't speak up, they're going to continue to get mistreated. But if they speak up, they could lose their job. I mean, there's consequences to everything, but do you want to go on living the way you're living, or do you want to make a better life for yourself? Yes, there may be, some negative consequences, but you may end up with a situation that you can live in. Yes, and until you break the pattern of abuse, or being in the receiving end of abuse, that situation is going to continue as it is. So you're not purely a victim. Ask yourself, what did you do to stop being mistreated? When we rebound and go back to the abuse, we are reliving the unhealed trauma from our childhood. You can forgive yourself, which will help you not go back to the abuse. Heal the pain from your past and see how you're reliving your childhood reactions based on chaos and trauma. Release the codependent self and heal yourself. Never take on the behavior of an unreasonable person. Do you really want to be the way they have been to you? Thank you for listening.